Hi everyone, we're just getting started in a moment and we're just expecting some more viewers to join us. Just started a little early so that we can have a good engagement to interact. So just wanted to check if my voice is audible. Okay, thank you. All right, so very good evening and good morning to all the viewers across the globe. And this is Neeraj Kumar Singh on TM Square Technology Solutions, the YouTube channel of ISTQB Foundation. Here we attend a live session for an hour long to discuss your queries and answer them as much as possible and try to give you the best of the possible in order to meet your expectation and prepare you on the certification program. So the most important thing and the agenda for this particular session is to make sure that you put your queries to me straightforward during this live session, and I put it across to back to all of you in terms of the response to that query, and also let you know what exactly is the scenario about any kind of examination. So be it foundation, be it advanced level, be it specialized testing certifications, if you have any question in your mind, just feel free to let me know and I'll be there to respond to your queries and answer them well. Okay, so just feel free to share your concerns as this window is exclusively to answer the queries related to the examination, related to the syllabus, or any concept which you think you need help on. I'll be always there to address your queries and answer them. So this is the moment which you can make most out of it by putting your queries right in this live session, and I'll be there to address your queries and answer them well. All right, so meanwhile, people are putting in their queries. So let me just pick up some of the questions from the chat. That is like comments on the videos. Of course, there are a lot of questions which are additionally coming on and over the chat. But before that, let me tell all of you that finally I've got this success here. It's my book which is published. So you can see the book right in my hand right now. So I've gone through and this finally the process is complete and I've got my book delivered to me. And these books are in fact available online right now, only for India right now. Other links are still under review. So I'm waiting for the links for the global partners like Amazon in different zones like America and Europe, UK, Japan, and all other places as well. So this book will be available. It's just that the links are under review for some reason and they will be active very soon. So I'll just prepare a separate video the moment I have all the links with me, just to make sure that this book is easily accessible and available to all of you. So finally, this book is available on Indian market, including Flipkart and Amazon. And I'll put it this as a link on the chat so that if anyone is interested to explore more about learning through the book, then this book is for you. You can refer that. So this book basically consists of all the syllabus in detail. That means whatever my tutorials are all about and little more further in order to understand the context in more detailed way. So it has everything. And at end of each chapter, you would find certain sample questions plus a QR code for each topic that will take you to my tutorials on YouTube. So at any point, if you think that the book has any kind of limitation on understanding anything, then you can obviously try to crisp it using the video. And if you think that I want a quick recap of what I have learned, then you can always visit a 5 to 10 minutes of video on the channel by just scanning the QR which is available on the page. Each topic is marked precisely with a unique QR. So that will help you to reach out to that particular video and it will help you to elaborate further. Whereas the book is designed in such a way that it's just going to fulfill all your needs and expectation in order to prepare for your certification. So you can go ahead and look for this book and support me if I have any kind of efforts in order to help you in your preparation. Just make sure that you make most out of these opportunities and the benefits and the facilities what I'm trying to provide to everyone, and just make most out of it. At the end, you will also find two mock papers, which will be for the practice. So you would find a mock test in order to prepare well for your examination. So this is the book. I'm just putting the details on the screen right now. So the same book will be available to you on Flipkart and Amazon for India right now. Soon, very soon, like probably another 2 days or something, I'll be having the global links for this book to be available and ready to purchase. So I'm just putting the links of the book and on the Indian channel on the chat window right now. So if anyone is interested to look forward and have this book with them, they can always look forward to get one copy of that. So, so there are three links. One is the publications store. So the publishers have their store there. So you can always go ahead and uh, take it from there as well. The price remains same no matter which store you visit, and it's just that you just have to reach out to any of these links in order to buy the book. Okay, so yeah, all the three links are available now on the chat, and you are free to. I'll also put it in the description for people who are visiting after the live session, and I'll be having all those links available so that you can even get the links post live session. Yeah, team, I'm just looking for some quick questions from all of you. If you have any questions, you're free to drop me a text right now, and I'll be there to address your queries and answer them well. So just let me know if you have any questions, any concerns to discuss, because this is a 1 hour window and we are talking about. Again, I was just talking about some of the comments from my videos. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the people who have passed the examination last week, and a lot of people have commented back on their videos. That is like introduction to foundation. That's the very first video they comment there once they pass the examination, and some of them come back to my LinkedIn page and drop me a text. In fact, few of the people even create a post while they're putting their certificate on the screen, and they mention the name of the channel and my name, in fact, to tell me and thank me for the preparation. But yes, first of all, a very much hearty congratulations to all of you, those who passed the examination. Probably I may not be finding them here. That's the drawback of this YouTube channel, that people quite often unsubscribe once they're done with the certification, because this is not a channel which requires kind of every weekly update or something which you will be interested in. But yes, I would like to tell all the viewers here that you may retain your subscription with the channel to look forward in future if you want to have any other certification of the advanced level. So that would be really in area of your interest and choice to look forward to. But generally, I'm not looking at YouTube to become a 1 million subscriber or something, because this channel is about certification, and people only visit this channel or subscribe to this channel for their certification preparation. And once the certification is done, this channel is no longer required to them. And I have been observing that there are a lot of people who drop out of the channel, and obviously I do agree to that. So it's just that those who are right now preparing, I'm doing this live session for them, that active members who are busy preparing for their sessions and certifications, then I must be there to assist them and address them. It's just that this opportunity is provided on the channel that I can go live. So I'm just making most out of this opportunity to help all of you. So if anyone has any question, you are free to let me know, as this window is now open, and you are free to share your queries and let us know that what questions you have, so that I can address your queries and answer them on this session right away. So yeah, so the questions are again like related to a lot of questions are coming on the comment box from the unwanted thing. That is again like some questions are not in the scope of the syllabus. Some questions are not in the as per the pattern of the examination. So it's really important that you do consider your preparation and syllabus in mind before you look into any other website or any other portals for preparation of your examination, because other portals may not have the right set of questions. And specific to foundation, there are a lot of blogs, there are a lot of portals which allow you to have sample questions, but these sample questions, not all of them are up to the mark. They may have incomplete information, they may have required question which is not in the syllabus any longer. So please be careful with those kind of things before you hit any sample papers or hit any blog spot where you find a lot of questions like that. In fact, when you talk about advanced, you don't find such questions. The reason is don't people don't upload such questions any longer. So that's where it is like, for advanced level, that's not a confusion. But for foundation, a lot of people say that we have got sample questions, but those sample questions are dummy. So please do not, challenge your own confidence with respect to that. As more we are interested into the understanding of the syllabus, which is more important. And if you have the learning and understanding of that syllabus pretty well, then don't look into the unwanted things which might not be required. Okay, so that's one thing which I wanted to tell all of you. And then I'm just looking forward to any more questions which you can have, and we will be getting into that. Okay, so we have our very first comment of the day, and that is from Vivek. Hello, Neeraj. I'm attending the foundation exam next month, so some tips to clear like confusing questions. Um, for confusing questions, I'll tell you something here, Vivek, that first of all, each question may sound like you know it, or sometimes it may sound like you don't know anything about it. Remember, whenever you're reading a question, the most important thing is you read the question entirely, understand the meaning behind it, and make sure that you have understood what exactly they wanted to ask. If it is a straightforward question like one liner, they may use a trick like not. They may say that this is not a task of the test manager. So the concentration of the student goes on the test manager rather than on the word not. So please be precise and patient, and have peace when you are reading the question, and read each word carefully. And there are options sometimes where the questions are clear but options are tricky. It may sound that all the four options are correct. Then please look back on the question. The question is about not. So which is that option which is not correct? So three will be correct, one will be wrong. So that is the common case which generally comes across. Second is the options. Options may have the entire sentence correct, but just one word. For example, if I have to say, defect found earlier in the life cycle are expensive to fix. Now, of course, the entire statement is fine. Defect found earlier, you understand that. But the moment it comes and says that it is expensive to fix, it changes the meaning of the entire sentence. So please be careful with such kind of words, which will help you to overcome the challenge of answering the questions wrong or right. So that's more important. And that applies to any type of question, be it like your theoretical based questions or technique based question. You just have to make sure that all your observation is applied while you are reading the question, and following that, you are evaluating the options and then pick your right answer. So that's what I would like to add to your preparation. And anyways, I think you're still having some time to write your examination, so I would recommend you to have a proper preparation and look into the details of that to have a very good grip on the content, and then have a proper understanding to answer the examination. Okay, and I would definitely like to wish you all the very best for your preparation and examination. Okay, is there anything else I can help you with? Just let me know. Do you suggest any book? Now I think I have a choice. If you want, you can have this book, which is written by me. It just launched, and I have this book which is published recently. So the books are provided on the link on the top. So you would find the links to get this book, and this is available on the Indian channel. So you can go ahead and look into this book. But yes, at the same time, if you have a prior experience of testing, and you are looking at the videos, then this book may not be required. You can always download the PDF and PDF from the ISTQB.org, and understand the basic concepts about the syllabus from there as well. So So it's not that it is mandatory to buy my book to pass the examination. It's just that if you are interested to have a pattern where you want to refer a book to understand some more details, then I have an option here which you can actually look forward to and have a detailed understanding on any topic. So the links are on the top. If you are interested, you can always look forward to get this copy and prepare well for your examination. Otherwise, if you have a good understanding of testing already, maybe from a training or maybe from your experience, then the video tutorials will be more than enough to pass the examination. Okay. Thank you so much. Obviously, when you say honest responses, is because this is just a part of my effort, which I just wanted to put to my audience. It's not that I'm just trying to make my income from this source. It's just that a YouTube channel is a source to share your knowledge and build some good reputation into the market. That's all. So I'm just not trying to get more into this, because I think this is what I was telling you right now. And this channel may not reach even a million or 100,000 subscriber. In fact, the reason is this channel is exclusively for certification, and the moment the certification is done, people unsubscribe. So this channel is not as per the rules of YouTube, or I'm not expecting it to grow up to the limit what people generally want to be as a YouTuber. So this is YouTube is a kind of like a channel for me, or a medium for me to share my learnings and build a reference into the market globally. So I'm just trying to build the audience. People should know that, okay, there is something which helps people to understand better certain concepts. That's it. I'm just using it as a source, nothing beyond that. So yeah, I will be quite honest. No matter I do my work, but my book has got a different thing, and your question has a different meaning to me. So I try to keep it as much as transparent possible. Okay. All right. So yes, team, you are free to utilize this opportunity in order to put your questions to me, and I'm here to respond to your queries. If you are available, you are on the channel, and you have any queries on your mind regarding the examination or any other certification of the ISTQB, just feel free to let me know. Vivek says all the best for your future contents, but surely will recommend my friends as I work as tester, and many of my friends will be aware of concept going through the video. Of course, I would really like to be thankful to you for that, and I'm looking forward to have such recommendations. Subjected, it helps you to understand if the quality of the content is really good. You are always free to recommend to your friends, and that would be more than enough for me. So thank you so much for that, Vivek. Looking forward for your success in the examination. All right, team. So anyone else has any kind of question, then you are free to drop me a text on the chat window, and I'll be responding to your queries and giving them justifications to help you understand that what exactly is all about. And if you have a query, then this is the time, this is the moment where I can respond to you straightforward, and you can utilize this moment to get your queries resolved. So waiting for your questions and to respond to your queries. In fact, if you even have any kind of suggestions or any kind of feedback in order to share to make this channel more interesting, more beneficial to audience, then you are always free to suggest me such good thoughts, which will help me to improvise my work and add more value to your learnings. All right. So yeah, let me just quickly take another question from the chat box. Okay, there's a suggestion coming in from Vivek. I have seen many people sharing knowledge on YouTube. The only thing differs is the topic on which they are talking. So if you can pick any technology in Boom, I guess it will be both. Of course, sure. Thank you so much for that. And that's the reason I didn't want to disturb my audience on this channel, because this channel is exclusively for certifications on ISTQB. So I've started another channel called as Testing in Nutshell, which is exclusively to talk about the automation testing tools or testing concepts or trends in testing and what is that which is coming up into the market. So all those things I'll be talking on that channel. So if you are not a part of it, you can search for Testing in Nutshell, and that's my new channel which will add more value to your preparation. So yeah, that suggestion has been accepted, and I have already incorporated that in a form of YouTube channel. So if you are interested, you can explore more about that on this channel. So let me just also put a link to you on the chat that helps you to quickly get into the right place. Yep. Thank you so much, Vivek. So yes, that's the reason, we have some live sessions. At least people, when they interact, they get to know many things about what's happening new. And I'm just trying to keep it unique in different channels. So that's the reason this channel, if I start putting something other than ISTQB, then people think that, okay, this channel is no longer about ISTQB and not more about the audience. YouTube starts degrading your reflections on the search icon. So right now, thanks to all the viewers here of my channel who have made me to reach to that extent. It is on the uh, number one suggestion on Google right now, and even on YouTube. So this channel, my channel, TM Square Technology Solution, is the number one recommendation when you search for ISTQB Foundation, either on YouTube or Google. And that's because of all of you, that you have made it to that that reason. And I think that would be more than enough for me, that I'm being recommended as the foremost and most important content on Google and YouTube. So that's the reason, based on the algorithms of YouTube and Google, I don't want to put any other content, any other trend that discourages my audience to reach out to the quality content of ISTQB certification. Thus, I created a separate channel rather to talk about those things. So thank you so much for that, Vivek. It seems you just subscribed to my channel, and really pleasure to have you on board. And you can look forward to a lot of interesting facts and interesting trends about testing and related. So that's my expertise. So I thought of keeping it in very niche about testing itself. So yeah, you can look forward to a lot of other things happening around. Okay, so thank you so much for that, Vivek. Yes, but yeah, I do have a lot of other things to share. And if anyone has any questions, you're always through to put your questions down here, and I'll be taking it up from there to respond to your queries. So if you have any questions, any queries, any suggestions, I'm here to respond to your queries. So meanwhile, people are trying to share their questions. Let's keep this session more engaging. Okay, some of people say that, where can I get a mock test paper or mock paper for preparation? You can always find it on my SlideShare page. I upload all the necessary details what I have with me on my SlideShare page, and I'm just going to put that link on the description as well as the chat, so you can find it. So let me just share that here. So if you go to slideshare.net and if you try to search about my name or probably the ISTQB certification, you would find more of like the right page where you are supposed to reach, and you can find anything about that. So this is the page which I'm just dropping you on chat. So anyone interested to look into the contents of the ISTQB mock papers or slides, or even talk about the questions and answers which we discussed, you can find them all there on the slide share page. So anybody can look into that, and it's absolutely free of cost in order to understand. Some more people are talking about, like recently I got this week a question on subscribe is mandatory in walkthrough. Yes, I think I did agree on that, and I have put a comment as well on the video that I did a mistake. As per the syllabus, scribe is mandatory in the walkthrough. So please stick to that. But when it comes to the presentation or the slide which I have in my video, I did not mention that scribe is mandatory, as the syllabus also says that there is no review report created. So when in walkthrough review report is not mandatory, then scribe role is all about writing and preparing the review report. So that's where my understanding went with the real time, and I missed that point that as per the syllabus it is written that scribe is mandatory, but it is review report is not mandatory. So I don't think like what exactly scribe is doing there. So but as per the syllabus, scribe is mandatory, so that is one of the point, and you should remember that. So I have been getting some questions on this, so thought of sharing that in meanwhile, while other people are trying to share their questions and queries. And obviously now and then I keep getting a lot of queries about the technique questions. So for that I take up a video driven solution based question and upload that on my Q&A playlist. So if you have any questions, you want to look at sample questions, please go through the sample question or Q&A playlist of ISTQB Foundation. The second question came from another user of the channel, that is Khalid Khan, who said, what is the difference between a defect report or an incident report? Now, team, let me just tell you, when it talks about incident report or defect report, it's just the syllabus difference. When it comes to older syllabus 2011, it was ISTQB itself who used to call a defect as incident initially. Once it is confirmed, like validated by a senior resource of the organization, it was declared as a defect. So what they said is that when a tester reports it, it is called as an incident, because a general meaning or English meaning of incident is it happened alone with you, no one else was involved. So it was just you and the product. The second part is, once it has to be it has to be reported to the test lead, and test lead verifies it and declares it open. So once it is open, then it was called as a defect. But later they said it is creating a confusion in between the two terms. So ISTQB syllabus in 2018 has removed the word incident, and they used just one word, that is defect. So now, based on the organization practices and the trends, it is just going to be called as a defect. So incident is actually defect. It's just that incident was referred as initial phase of a defect, where it was just an interaction between the tester and the application, and it was not validated by any senior resource, because a tester may also have a misunderstanding of the test case or the requirement, or probably he might be trying with a different environment or different test data. It might be a compatibility issue or any such thing. So we cannot declare it as a defect right then and there itself. So it will be just an incident initially. But now ISTQB does not use the word incident any longer. So in 2018 syllabus, they removed the word incident and they started calling it as a defect alone. So this is for Khalid, as he asked me this question. Meanwhile, we have another person joining us, Ilyas Sultan. What is the amount of time you would suggest on reviewing the syllabus and glossary before taking the ISTQB certification exam, leaving out the individual's ability to learn the material? Okay, all right. So yes, of course, I think I was going to go into that suggestion that it depends on every individual, that how much understanding they have before looking on the content, and people may have completely first time interaction with the syllabus of ISTQB as per the testing, and some people may have been working for years into industry and then look forward to talk about the certification. So for them, the time will be required will be less, and for others, it will be more. But yes, as you have mentioned this clause, leaving out the individual's ability. So generic time is, I think, even if you take one chapter a day, like I'm just counting about 2 to 3 hours of time in your day, and you just go through all the entire chapter and try to understand the concepts there. So if I have to consider 3 to 4 hours of a day, you will be able to take one chapter in a day, including the syllabus as well as the sample questions on that. But cross verifying that will be additional number of hours. For example, 3 hours you prepare on a particular question, you read the syllabus, glossaries, and everything, and then another 1 hour you look into the sample question of that chapter and try to answer that. Once you have the confidence, you move to the next chapter. What if you go wrong in some of the sample questions? You try to take additional time in order to review the glossary or the syllabus once again to see that why exactly you went wrong. So that is what the approach can be. Again, chapter 2 would take 3 to 4 hours of time again, and chapter 3 will be smaller, so probably 2 to 3 hours of time. Chapter 4, you may have more number of time. For example, you may have around 5 to 6 hours. So I would prefer that you break the techniques or chapter 4 into 2 days. One day you do only black box testing technique, and the second day you do white box and experience based techniques, as they are theoretical. So you have to spend separately some time. But black box, as they are important in terms of concepts and applying more with the sample questions, so that will require a good number of time. So further in chapter 5, you can again spend 3 to 4 hours. That's more than enough. And chapter 6, of course, hardly like you need another 1 or 2 hours of time because it's very small and has limited context. So this is what the cycle I'm predicting you, like 3 to 4 hours for all the 5 chapters. And for chapter 6, you can have 1 to 2 hours of time. But again, it's not in a stretch. Again, come back to your ability. If you think that 3 to 4 hours are too lengthy at the same stretch, break them into like, different hours. Like one time you take in 2 hours, and again evening you take another 2 hours to complete that. So have your own convenience to prepare for this. But yes, this is a sound number of hours which you think you should need to know the content and understand everything in order to prepare for the examination. Additionally, you may have your queries, which will need more number of time or more amount of time to get the exact justification. And probably, you can always reach out to me to get those queries resolved, and I'll be always happy to respond to your queries. Okay. So yes, team. So I think Sultan, I have responded to your query. If you have anything else, feel free to respond back, and I'm here still to respond to your queries and answer them well. Anyone else has any kind of questions to respond or get an answer, then I'm here to assist you well to help you get the response for your queries. Thank you. Very welcome, Mr. Sultan. So you're always free to let me know if you have any concerns, any queries at any point of time to get the resolution. So these live sessions are conducted weekly once for an hour on Saturday. But if in case you have anything throughout the week, then you are free to drop me a question on any of the videos comment box, and I'll pick it up from there and respond to your queries. Okay, welcoming any questions, any sort of queries. If you have, you are free to drop me a text right now, and I'm here to answer your queries. So just make most out of this opportunity. And if you like to have anything else, you are still free to let me know your suggestions and let me know your concerns so that I can help out better in order to meet your expectations and prepare well for your examination. So yeah, this is how we make most out of this opportunity on the live session. It's just to make sure that we have a very good interaction face to face, and everyone gets a chance to have their query put up here, and I give you a proper justification to your queries and help them to understand well on your concern, so that you have a better picture of what exactly you're looking forward to in order to get the right answer. So just feel free and drop me a chat here. I'll be able to pick your query from there and respond to it. Akshay Parab, did you launch your website for mock test for foundation level exam having 2018 syllabus? I think not yet, Akshay. I'm still busy working on the draft. It's just like, I'm preparing effective practice sets, which has a proper distribution. So it's a very critical job, to be frank, because I don't want any user to say that no, this pattern was not as per the syllabus. So I'm just making sure that the practice sets meet all the pattern, including the number of questions distributed on each chapter, plus the complexity level. The complexity level plays a vital role. I may create a practice sets with 40 questions, with all easy questions or all hard questions. That does not give you a better outcome. So I'm just preparing on that. And once I'm done with this, it will be live very soon. So please give me some time for that, as I do have a lot of other commitments, and that is what is taking a little longer to release the product. So it might take another few weeks to launch the website. By then, I'm not sure if you will be done with your examination and preparation. But yeah, that is what the reality is. As I'm stuck with a lot of consultation works, globally right now. I'm catering to another country for their project consultation, and most of my time is being engaged there. So that is where I don't get enough time to work on my own assignments. But yes, keeping this on priority, I'm going to consider it and will help you as soon as possible. But still, anytime you have any questions, you are always free to drop me a message or chat on any of the portal which you are connected to me, and I'll take it up from there and respond to your queries. Just feel free to let me know. Thank you so much for that. Just definitely trying to keep up everything, and just trying to find more time beyond 24 hours so that I can finish my work on time and help as many people as possible. All right, Seem. So again, if you have any queries, any questions, you are free to let us know. Would you be able to go over the boundary value analysis? I think I would need a projection, and this live chat does not allow me to do that. But yeah, I can give you a theoretical overview on boundary value analysis. When you talk about boundary value analysis, it is more of a kind of a technique which allows you to handle various ranges. So when the scenario includes different partitions, for example, very simple instance that when you talk about a class of 30 students and everyone has different scores, we use a grading system to separate them into different ranges. For example, first class with distinction, first class, second class, third class, and fail. So these are four ranges which I divide a classroom into based on their scores and the examination output. So now, if I have to test this scenario, first of all, I'll try to create a range, and then I'll find out what are the outputs of each range. So now I've got the range, like say for example, 35 and below is fail, or less than 35 is fail. 35 to 50 is third class, 50 to 60 is a second class, 60 to 70 is first class, 70 and above is first class with distinction. So no matter what my output is, what my range name is, boundary value analysis, unlike equivalence partition, helps you to test a scenario with minimum number of test cases, which is strictly on the boundary. Whereas equivalence partition also helps you to do the same, but not on the extreme boundaries. EP says you can take any value from each range, whereas BVA says it is strictly on the boundaries. Why? Because when we test a particular scenario, we realize that a developer mainly specifies the ranges in the code, like 13 to 20 or 21 to 30. Now, developer can actually go wrong while specifying it as 20 or 21. So he may do or she may do a mistake while making it 20, can probably write it as 19 or maybe 21. So to test on the boundary value analysis, it is very strong in having a proper coverage and confidence when you apply BVA. So BVA works on this principle. You test it extremely on each boundaries inside and outside. Now this is about 2-point analysis. But when it comes to more complex systems, more critical applications, you may need a 3-point analysis, which says that on each boundary, you will have 3 values, which simply means that one inside and 2 outside of that range. So for example, if I have to test the range of first class, which is between 50 to 60, 60 to 70, then I have to take 59, one value, 60 is considered as on the partition or on the boundary, and 61 is inside the boundary. So out, on, in. This is my 3-point analysis. So I have to take 3 values on each boundary. So that's on the left side. Now the right side boundary is up to 70. So 70 is on the boundary, 69 is in the boundary, and 71 is outside the boundary. So 3-point analysis help you to have 3 values on each boundary of every partition. So that is how the analysis will be applied. That is boundary value analysis. So 2-point analysis means you take 2 values on each partition, and 3-point analysis means 3 values at each partition. So that's the only main thing which you should know in order to respond to any questions in the examination. Is that okay with you, Sudha? If you have anything else, you are free to let me know. Meanwhile, the other people who are just joining in is you are free to let me know your queries. This session is all about looking at your queries and answer them. That was very helpful. Thank you so much, Sultan. Always welcome to share your queries. I'm happy to respond to you at any point of time. By any means, if you can just let me know what your query is, I'm always there to assist you. I do keep responding a lot of comments over the channel. In fact, there are so many comments that I don't get sometimes enough time to respond to all of them, and it takes the next day to respond. Second, I do have a lot of people connected to me over LinkedIn to ask for the queries, and they put me a chat and ask me the questions over the live chat, and I respond to their queries. Sometimes if it is not possible to respond to that theoretically, I make a video driven resolution to that question and put it on the YouTube channel itself on the playlist of Q&A, so you can find more sample questions there. And you are also free to put such questions if you come across. I'll take it ahead and respond to that. So just make most out of this. I'm always available to respond to your queries and answer them. And I think this is the only channel which gives you a live window on ISTQB Foundation. I don't find any other channels doing that. So it's just that you have an opportunity. Make sure that you grab it, squeeze it, and make most out of this opportunity so that you are benefited and you have a very great outcome from this approach. So if you have any questions, let me meanwhile look into the comment box if I find anything which I can actually share. Okay, I think so. Everything is all sorted out. So every question has been responded. We do not have anything to discuss any further. So this week, most of the things came from the result. Many people reported me that they have passed the examination, and that was due to the tutorials. So thank you so much for that. I would like to take that recognition and accept it. And thank you so much for utilizing the resources and helping the content to recommend other people's as well in order to help, in fact, not only you as well as many others to help their preparation on the examination. So anyone else has any questions, you are free to put that on the chat, and I'm here to respond to your queries. Just make sure that you let me know whatever is running in your mind, and I'm here to respond to your questions and answer them well. think I forgot to connect my charger here. Just give me a moment. So any more questions, team? Just feel free to let me know. I'm here to respond to your queries, and this window is only to talk to all of you and respond to your queries and questions. So just make most out of it. And if you have any suggestions in order to add more value to the channel and increase the visibility to content and add more value to your exam preparations, that would be really appreciated. So you're free to suggest any kind of inputs, feedbacks, suggestions in order to improvise the channel and help you back in return. So you do find a lot of links on this page, on this chat today, including my book release. So you may find the link to the book to purchase that, and the second is the link to my SlideShare page for finding any material of requirement, and the other channel which I have started. If you're looking forward to more interesting facts about testing, you may find that on the other channel. As here, this channel is exclusively for ISTQB preparations. So I'm keeping it very niche in order to keep my audience engaged with similar things all the time. So I think this just shows that probably all of you are resolved with your queries, and the tutorials are helping you to get all your questions resolved while you're busy watching the videos. In fact, this live session I recently started, like this is the 6th week I'm doing this, and we generally see audience group of hardly around 9 to 10 members at each point of time. But later, when I finish this live session, I would find around, at least around 40 to 50 people logging into the live session and randomly joining in and moving out. So if that is the extent, then obviously this is just that people who are available and having queries. So I think more than 90% people who are on the channel are already getting their questions resolved. But yes, I never wanted to say an excuse to any of my viewers that if you have a query, then I should be here. And there's no matter we see less audience on this channel or on this live show and live question answer session, but still I always make it happen every week because it's really important. Even if I can capture one student on this live session is successful. So it's just to give a window to people who are really interested to have some things and some queries to get resolved with. So I have to do it, and I should not be doing injustice with even any one of my viewer. So just make most out of it. If you have anything, you are free to join this session at any point of time and ask your questions, and you are free to leave the session when you are done. But just make sure that you utilize this opportunity to be a part of the session and ask me the question if you have any, and I will help you. So this 1 hour slot on each weekend is exclusively blocked for the YouTube channel audience. and they are always free to talk to me and share their concerns and join the session. That's the reason you will not find me asking anytime, like on my videos, to subscribe the channel or like that video or comment the video, like generally what you find in the other YouTube channels, because this channel is just like a medium and a source to share my knowledge and share my experience with the examination and help you prepare well for that. Otherwise, this channel is just a medium. Okay, so another 10 minutes to go. If anyone joining in can have the questions, and I'll respond back to you. Okay, so I don't see any questions as of now, and we have hardly like just one viewer. As it is coming to an end, we will wait for some more time as we have another 8 minutes to go for this session. If they have any question, meanwhile, let me just tell you again, this is the book which has all the information which I have written for ISTQB Foundation. If in case you have and eager to explore the book and learn from the reference materials, then you are free to reach out and get this book for your preparation. This will be very helpful as it includes beyond the tutorials which I have on my channel. So you're always free to get a copy of this book in order to prepare well for your certification and get a lot of your queries resolved while you are going through the book itself. It includes a lot of sample questions from each chapter and practice sets like mock test and mock assessment. And second is obviously each topic is marked with a video QR code. So that's an add-on about this book, which will help you to explore the tutorial anytime. So if in case you think that you have been through the topic and you have understood every detail about it, then you are always free to scan the QR code and reach out to that respective video and just understand that if that is required in a very simple and easy way to recall and recap the session. So you can always do that, and that will help you to understand everything beyond the learnings as well. So yeah, just this book is now available on Amazon and Flipkart. You just have to search with ISTQB Foundation, and you will be able to find the book. So for any questions, we see viewers coming in right now. So if you have any questions, thank you for joining. First of all, very good evening. And if you have any question, you're free to drop me a text, and I'll be here to respond to your queries about any of these ISTQB certification. And it could be related to the content, it could be related to the examination or the process. Just let me know what your concern is, and I'll be able to answer that here on the session itself. So just make sure that you put your question on the chat, and I'll take it up from there to respond to your queries if you have any. So this live session is exclusively for responding to your queries. Just make most out of it. All right, people are joining in. So we have still a window of 4 minutes open in case you have any questions to ask and you want that resolution. Feel free to let us know about any of your query, any of your doubts, any of your concern about any of the ISTQB certifications, be it foundation, be it advanced level, or any of the specialized certification. Then I'm here to respond to that, and this window is exclusively to answer your queries. So if you have any questions, just feel free to drop me in the chat box, and I'll be responding to them right away. So if you have any concerns, just feel free and let me know that what your question is, and I'll pick it up from the chat box and respond to you. So recently, I was also thinking about the membership programs on my channel, which might not be again beneficial. So I got recommended by YouTube around 3 months ago for the membership option, which is like a general join button which you see on YouTube on any channel. But the only reason I was not launching it because that's not going to have a consistent users all the time, and that generally feels like people once they are done, there's no point to have them paying the charges for that membership. So that's the reason I'm not launching that, but just trying to see if there are a lot of people who are telling me that we would like to support you and we would like to just suggest some kind of information and some kind of membership so that we can be with you for some time and explore more about it. So I will be trying to work on that and see what are the possibilities where I can give you more benefits in order to add more value to your preparation during the certification and even after the certification. So just thinking to see what best can be done in order to add more value to your learnings and preparation. So it's yet to come, but I'll see that beyond. So another 1 minute to go on this live session. If anyone has any question, you are free to let me know, and we will pick it up that as the last question of the day and respond to your query. Okay, so that's where I think the time is done, and also there are no pending queries. So team, I would like to thank all and everyone who joined this session today and being a part of the live session. And there are a few people who asked their questions as well, and I was really happy to respond to them and have given a satisfactory response to all of them. And as of today, there are no open points which I should be returning back to you. I would like to see you back again in the next week session. So make sure that if you have any questions to ask, any doubts to clear, anything to discuss, you're free to join on this live session, which happens every Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian timings, that is IST. So if you are available, you are having a question in your mind, join at any time during the session and feel free to let me know what your question is, and I'll be happy to support you on that. So at the end, I would like to again say that my book is now available on Amazon and Flipkart. If you are free, you can always have your own copy of that to prepare for your examination in much better way than a tutorial. So which includes everything, including the discussions, sample questions, mock papers, and video tutorials as well. So you are free to look up forward to have a best companion in order to prepare for your examination. So that's all from this particular episode of Live Session Team. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on any of the videos, including this one, and share your concerns and questions. I'll be always there to answer them and support you. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.